Hi there, this is Tammy with Tammy's Stamping Therapy. Today we're going to make this really cute little photo album that's inside a pizza box. So let me show you what it looks like. Stampin' Up! Sells these pizza boxes. They come in white, and now in the holiday catalog they have gold ones, which are very pretty. So that's the little box. I love these little boxes. I like things that are miniature. And this is the little album that I've made to fit inside it. So it's a trifold album. This folds out and this comes out and is layered inside. There's a little cute little pocket there. I have a really pretty brass copper element there. Inside it's not really a waterfall album, it's just pages that fold up, and I have designer paper on the back of them. And then on this side I have this fold out piece, and this one has 7 different sections where you could put photos or journaling or any kind of fun things on them. So isn't that fun? So let me show you this in the holiday catalog and then I'll get started. This, I don't think I can get it all in at once. Maybe I can. This is called the Brightly Gleaming Suite. And it has this fun stamp set that has these ornaments and some sentiments in it. And then it has this beautiful designer paper that has copper foil accents in it. And it's got blues and greens. It's just really pretty. This suite also has these little star designer elements. And it has copper foil elements and then some fun ribbon that we're going to be using also. So I'll get started on the album. The outside cover is 11 inches by 3 1/4 inches, and it is scored at 3 3/8, 3 7/8, 7 1/4, and 7 3/4, and then I folded it like this. So when it's closed, actually it goes like this. When it's closed, it makes this nice little box-like piece. This way. Yeah, it goes like this. So on the outside, I've chosen just a couple of patterns out of the Brightly Gleaming Designer Series paper. It's all really pretty, and so it was hard to choose. So for the outside, I've chosen this Night of Navy that has the copper stars on it, and I need a 3 1/8 by 3 inch piece for the front, 3 1/8 by 3 inch piece for the back, and then when it's all folded up, this one will be on the inside, 3 by 3 for the inside flap. So let me get these added. Mini albums is one of the things that I really love to make. I was going to stamping retreats 3 times a year where I was asked to bring extra projects that people could make for an additional cost, and mini albums was one of the things that I tried to make every time because people love them and I have so much fun coming up with the ideas for them. I think this paper is just so elegant. So I'll get this on here. So that's the outside. And then on the inside, I have another pattern from the paper. I have a 3 1/8 by 3 to go here. 3 1/8 by 3 to go here, and then a 3 by 3 for this side. I will put all these dimensions in the description below. So you won't have to remember them, but I'm giving you an idea now of what they are. Seems like a shame to cover up the pretty paper on the other side, but this Stampin' Up! Has such beautiful designer series papers that it's always hard to choose which ones you want to use, and you don't want to cover one of them up. When I first made this album, it was a few years ago, and Stampin' Up! Had it was a black and white plaid paper, which is, I sent one of these to Crystal, and I think she showed it in one of her videos, and it was just so pretty. It was hard to find something to compete with that. So there we have our little cover all ready to go. And the next thing I'm going to do is the inside here. And I have this piece that's 3 5/8 by 1.5 inches. I hope the sun isn't messing this up too much. I know it's adding shadows. And then it's scored at 1/4 inch on 3 sides. And I'm going to make a little pocket out of it. So I'm going to cut right across there. And then I'm going to fold and burnish on all 3 sides. And then I'm going to add this to the inside of the album using my liquid glue. I don't want to use too much because I don't want it to squish out and glue down something that shouldn't be glued down. So I'm going to center this right on here. And then do a little more burnishing. And then I have a piece that's 2 7/8 by 1 1/8 that I'm going to attach to the front of this. That's going to go there. And to stick inside this little pocket, I have a piece that is 2 3/4 by 5, and it's scored at 2.5 inches. And I'm going to round 2 corners using the Stampin' Up! Corner Trio Punch, I think might be what it's called. It does this corner rounder. It'll do a little circle if you need a circle for your ribbon, and it'll do a little flowery like corner. So I have this piece, and then I have 2 pieces that are 2 5/8 by 2 3/8. And I've rounded the corner on both of those. This is another pattern from this beautiful paper. This is a green, a mossy meadow green with the copper accents. I'll add this to the front. Why I like the liquid glue is because I can slide it around until I get it where I want it. It has some forgiveness if I'm using Terran tape, which would be my second choice for a mini album. It doesn't have any give, so when you stick it down, it needs to be where you want it, because that's where it's going to stay, and it's hard to get off if you needed to take it off. So that's the inside. So you could put a photo there if you wanted, a photo here. You could journal here. And then for the front, I have a 2-inch circle that I've punched out with my 2-inch circle punch. And then Stampin' Up! Has this, cannot remember what this punch is called. It has this zigzag edge on it. And it's a little bit bigger than 2 inches. I'll put the name of it in the description below also. So I'm layering those together. And then I'm going to add this to the front of my little pocket piece. And this could be for a photo or for journaling, or you could put some kind of a title on here. That goes in that pocket. The next part I'm going to do is the center part here. And I have cut 4 pieces that are 2 7/8 by 3. I've scored them at 1/4 inch on the 3-inch side, and I've rounded the corners on them. And I've also cut 4 pieces that are 2 5/8 by 2 3/4. I've rounded 2 corners on the bottom, and these are going to be added to the back of these pieces. So I'm going to fold and burnish this. And I'm going to add this piece to the back. let's see, get this the right way. This to the back. I'm using Very Vanilla for my cardstock because the paper has vanilla in it versus white. I very rarely use Very Vanilla because I like the look of the stark white. So I've already done my other 3 pieces, and now I'm going to glue these together. I'm gluing them together by putting a little bit of glue on this flap. And I'm going to stack these together so I know the ends are equal. And do this. Like this. And then I'm going to put glue just on this little quarter inch edge here. I'm going to center this. And then I'm going to pull this up so I can burnish. I don't think you can see this. I'm just burnishing a little bit on there to get the glue to stick. Oops, sorry, bumped my head on the camera. Okay, the next part is the part that's going to go over here on this side. And I have cut a piece that is 11 by 2 7/8 inches. And it is scored at 2 3/4, 5 1/2, and 8 1/4. And then I've done an accordion fold. I'm going to put this in here, but first I need to put in my ribbon. So the ribbon that goes with this suite is really pretty. It says Merry Christmas in a couple of different fonts. I really like that. And I'm going to center it on this piece right here, and I'm going to put it down using Terran tape. Doesn't take very much because it's going to also be attached down with this on top of it. So I'm going to find the center of my ribbon. And then, knowing where the center is, I'm going to put this on here. And then I'm going to put glue on the back of this. And I'm going to center this on this side flap. So this piece is going to go out like this. So to decorate this, I have 4 pieces of designer paper that are 2 3/4 by 2 5/8, and then I have 3 that are Very Vanilla that are 2 3/4 by 2 5/8. So I'm going to open this up and put these down. Make sure I get them the right direction. Hope I don't run out of glue before I finish this. Not sure how far I have to go to find a new bottle. And then I'm going to turn this whole thing over and add these to the back. What I'm made the black and white plaid one, I did a lot of embellishing inside, but this paper is so pretty that I don't feel like I need as much embellishing as I did on it. So depending on what papers you use to make this with, you might want to embellish a lot, or you might want to just let the paper shine on its own. So I think this paper is so beautiful, I don't really want to cover up too much of it. So there is that flap. There is that. Isn't that fun? So now I'm going to tie this up. Tying a bow when you're using double-sided or single-sided ribbon can be a little tricky because you want the pattern to show in both parts of your bow. I also should have tied that upside down because my bow is upside down, but that's okay for this one. So did that. Then I will trim the ends a little bit. And the one thing I am going to do to embellish the inside of this is these copper foil elements. These are really cool. There's 4 sheets in here. 4 sheets in this package, and they have tissue paper between them, which is nice. Trying to get so you can see a full sheet. So each sheet has multiples. And right now I'm going to use this little sprig. So I will punch this out of here. Carefully. This is, it's like a vinyl or something, so it's stronger than paper. It's very thin. And I'm just going to put adhesive on a couple of the leaves on the back. And then I'm going to place it right here. Isn't that cool? And then I'm going to take the star, the large star, put adhesive on a few places on the back of it. Just little tiny bits. Again, I don't want it to squish through because I don't want it to stick down something that shouldn't be stuck down. And I'm going to place this on here. Isn't that fun? So then the front of our album, it's going to be wrapped with ribbon also, so I'm going to put another piece of tear and tape on the front. If I can find the end of my tear and tape. And I'm going to take another piece of ribbon. I cut all these ribbons about the same. I think they're like 20 inches. Yeah, cut them at about 20 inches. This one I'm going to want to center so that it can tie over here. So we'll go like this, and it's a little bit high, and it's a little bit off. There. So that's the only place I'm going to attach it down. And then I have used that same zigzag edge circle punch to cut out the foil again. I've stamped one of the sentiments, "Deck the halls with boughs of holly," from the stamp set that goes with this suite. And I'm going to attach it to this. I stamped it using Night of Navy ink. Night of Navy is the color that's all of this is. And I'm going to add some dimensional pieces just on the top and bottom. And then I'm going to add this to the front. The last thing I'm going to add to this is there are these cool copper star elements that go with this suite. And I want to put some of those on here. So I'm going to put one here and one here. And then as far as I'm concerned, this little album is done. Like I said, it could be embellished a lot more than it is, but I've left lots of places for photos and or for journaling. And I think it is very pretty. I just love the Night of Navy together with the copper. It just goes so nice together. My fingers are cold this morning, so I'm having trouble tying bows. And I'm only going to trim a little bit of the ends of this, because if you're tying and untying the bows, you really do need to have enough to hang on to. So that is the album itself. I'm going to set this aside and do the pizza box. This first pizza box that I did, I left it all white, and this is very vanilla and the ribbon is vanilla, so I wanted to add some more color to the outside because I don't like the way that white looks on there. So I am coloring this. I'm sponging color on this using Night of Navy ink. I've already done most of it. It doesn't take a long time. This pizza box takes the color very nicely. The pizza boxes are food grade. They're shiny on the inside. They have a wax coating, so you could put a cookie or something fun in there to eat. And to color this, I'm just taking a sponge and I'm just circling the color on there. And I like the mottled look, so I like the way that this looks. This right here is going to be covered up. And I didn't want to color the inside, so the inside's going to stay white. And to decorate the outside, I have 3 3¼ inch square of Night of Navy, and then a 3-inch square of designer paper. And I'm going to layer these together. And then I'm going to put this on the top of the box. And then I have, for the sides, I have pieces that are 3/4 of an inch by 3¼ inches. And then I have designer paper that is 3 inches by 1/2 inch. And I did that for all 4 sides. And I'm going to add these to the sides of the box. I was questioning if I was on the right side, if I wanted them over there. I've already done the other 3 pieces. And then the 4th piece that goes on the front, I'll show you when I put this box together. So the box goes like this. Burnish, fold on all my fold lines. So to put this box together, you have these 2 pieces that go in, and then this piece wraps around and locks inside. And it's got this little finger hole thing there. And I didn't want to layer this right on top of that because I don't like the way that looks. So I'm going to mark the center. I can find my pencil. I'm going to mark the center of this. This is 3 1/4, so I'm going to mark it at 1 5/8. So I made a tiny little pencil mark there. And I have a 1/2 inch circle punch, and I'm going to come in. That doesn't look like the middle. It is. I'm going to come in, and it's not the middle. So 3 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 5/8. I'm just off a little bit somehow. Punch that out. And then when I put this on here, it kind of goes under that, and I like the way that looks better. Add this here. I'm going to put my little album inside and close the box. There. I had not prepped that fold first, so it was resisting being folded up. And then I'm going to close the box like this. And that's cute, just like that. I have another piece of ribbon, and I'm going to put tear and tape on here again across the center. Should put the ribbon on right side up. Okay, it's going to go right there. And then I have made a piece for the outside that matches the inside, where I've punched the copper foil with that zigzag punch, and then stamped the cinnamon on Very Vanilla and punched it out with a 2-inch circle punch. I'm going to add my little stars to this before I put it on. That one went on a little crooked, so I'm going to put this one on a little crooked also. And then I'm going to add my Stampin' Dimensionals to the back. Add this to the front and tie it up. If you sponge the color on your pizza box, you might want to do that ahead of time, and then make sure you let it sit and dry, because I don't know if this color that I have on this box is going to transfer to my ribbon. It might, not sure. And I should have made that ribbon even longer. Just makes it a little bit of a challenge to tie the bow. So there you have it, my cute little pizza box mini album. So this comes out, opens up, this folds out, then it ties up. The whole thing folds, does a trifold, and it ties and goes in the box. So, curious if you like the one best that has the white box, or the one where I sponged the color on it. Let me know. And also, I'll be selling these as kits. If you'd like to purchase a kit to make this box yourself, it's $20 plus $7.50 for shipping. I have to ship it priority mail in a flat rate envelope, so it'll protect all the pieces. Yeah. So let me know in the comments also if you'd like to purchase one of these kits, and I can send you an invoice and get it out in the mail for you. And I have the list of all the supplies in the description below, as well as all the dimensions that you need to make this box. You can make this box with any papers. You can put something totally different on the front. The pizza boxes, when you buy them from Stampin' Up, you get 8 in a package of either white or gold, so you can make quite a few things with them. It would be really cool to have like a chocolate chip cookie inside or something like that. So I hope you like it. Hope you enjoyed my project. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.